She sent her first email in 1976 already. Throughout her 70-year reign, the Queen of England had to adapt to the greatest period of technological change in human history. And she did so successfully. She was an early adopter in many fields. Okay, she was definitely a meme queen, but can someone born in 1926 really embrace today's technologies? The Queen was born into the dawn of the TV age, and her coronation is widely regarded as a milestone in making television a mainstream medium. The event was broadcast live in many countries around the globe. It is estimated that 277 million people watched. Ahead of the ceremony, sales of televisions had skyrocketed. The Queen's first Christmas broadcast was televised in 1957. The Queen expressed high hopes in the new medium there. When the very first email was sent in 1971, the Queen was 45 years old. She wrote her first own email in 1976, while visiting an English military post. Emails were still very far from being standard then. Under her username HME2, Her Majesty Elizabeth II, the Queen sent out her message via the ARPANET, the precursor to today's global internet. By the way, the World Wide Web would be launched only a decade later by scientist Tim Berners-Lee, who the Queen knighted in 2004 for his revolutionary achievement. In 1997, Queen Elizabeth II published the first version of the royal family's website, years before major British newspapers decided to go online. 10 years later, in 2007, the Queen started the royal family's YouTube channel. By then, YouTube had been online for 2 years only and looked something like this. Her first tweet in 2014 was about opening an exhibition about the information age, and the Queen's first post on Instagram in 2019 looked rather underwhelming picture-wise, to be honest. The content was very pro-tech though. She described her pleasure in learning about children's computer coding initiatives. Okay, you might argue she didn't do all this by herself, but if the Queen hadn't greenlighted the projects, they definitely wouldn't have happened. It's safe to say that under her reign, the British royals became a social media institution. Also thanks to humorous content like this one on the occasion of her Platinum Jubilee celebrating 70 years of service in May 2022. A viral special effects video at age 96, I think you could call that tech avant-garde. The Queen loved gadgets, and apparently she was especially fond of her Samsung products. So fond indeed that she provided a royal warrant to the Korean company in 2012. Samsung has been delivering a range of goods and appliances to the royal household since. The Queen has been dubbed a Zoom monarch, as she regularly completed her constitutional duties and various engagements via video conferencing. Technology has enabled the monarch to maintain her work ethic for a long time. British newspaper Express went so far as to ask people if they would accept it if Queen Elizabeth would step back from public appearances and would instead fulfill her representation duties via video stream only. 82% of people answered yes. Memes involving the Queen reflect the controversy around her person. Some used her as a prominent example for still existing colonial structures and the injustices and suffering stemming from the country's colonial past. On the other hand, many people just found her cute and were amused that even the royal can be impressed by simple things like cows, for example. The Queen has been at the center of countless memes all around the world. At least we can be sure that in the digital world, Queen Elizabeth II will live on forever.